do is to hold it like this, break it over here, and I use my wrist to roll the leaf around it, okay?
Okay.
Now you have to do it the other way because you're left-handed, so you will hold it with your left. Now break the nerve.
Oh, they call it the nerve.
Yeah, break it. All right.
You gotta peel the spine off.
There you see. Now you got it. Now you're gonna use your hand and you're gonna roll it. That's it. That's it. Good.
Voila! Okay.
Ya eso no tiene nervio.
Like I said, only leaves in and outside, not the small pieces that you normally see on the cigarettes.
Parece fácil hacer. Parece fácil.
Este no es el primero que va a hacer.
No parece.
Now here as a glue we use a little bit of the honey. In the factories they will be using maple syrup as a glue.
Why is this honey too expensive?
Now actually the Cuban government has businesses with the Canadian government, so somehow they import it. I don't know.
Maple syrup.
There you see?
Wow.
Finished.
Nice.
That's it. Now, like this, the cigar is finished, but it's not ready to smoke, okay? Remember, these leaves are coming from the fermentation process, which means that right now the cigar is too wet to smoke. Before we can smoke it, we need to dry it. We take a piece of paper, roll it around every cigar, and wait for 2 or 3 days. The paper extracts the humidity, and then we can smoke it.
We can't make one
No se pone una cosa así que es larguita, no se pone una cosa para darle la forma o algo así.
Sí, eso es la prensa de madera. He's asking about the wooden press that they use on the factories. Now, before they put the wrapper on the cigars, they would put every cigars into a wooden press which has a mold to give the exact same shape and size to all of the cigars, okay? Now, that's used by the government normally. Here, we make everything by hand. For us, it's not so important if a cigar is a couple of millimeters longer or wider than the other, that's what makes them unique. So that's why here we don't use the press. Okay, for example, in the factories, they put the cigars inside of that press and they press it for 45 minutes, then they turn it and press it for another 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Then they put the wrapper on the cigar and it's ready to smoke. That's why here we have to wait for 2 or 3 days before we can smoke it because we don't use the press. Okay? Felipe, is about that?
That was good.
I gotta tell you.
I said I'll never. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Thank you for always showing your girl some love and support. I am happy to be here today, happy to be with you. You know, very grateful for all of you, and just to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you. Please follow me on Instagram. It's Marshmello. You already know what to do. Please continue to watch, comment, like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells so that every time I do upload a video, you can give me a recommendation, your feedback, or whatever else you may want to talk about for that day. You know, like I said, I'm always willing and open to talk about whatever, be it nursing, travel, fragrances. You know, you can always DM me on Instagram or email me as well, okay? So today we have something really nice. We're gonna be continuing in the mood of like the fall vibes, y'all. So I have some heavy hitters, some really great fragrances for the fall. These are fragrances with the notes of leather, tobacco, really smoky. You know, some have suede inside, but these are really rich, smoky fragrances. Some of them have the main accords and the scent profile of tobacco, of leather, of suede, but they don't have any of those notes inside. But they just smell like them to me because the other notes can mimic the notes of saffron. Other notes can mimic the notes of leather, like saffron or amber. Sometimes it smells a little suedey and sweet. So we're gonna get into some fragrances that I have that do not have, I think I have about 4, that do not have the notes of tobacco, suede, or leather, but they smell like it. Then I have about 5 with leather, and then 5 with tobacco, and then I think a couple with suede. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into these fall vibes and these fragrances, y'all, so we can smell nice and warm and spicy and, you know, so luscious and ambery this fall, y'all, this autumn fall. So the very first one we're going to get into, which does not have a note of tobacco or suede or leather in it, but it gives me the scent of kind of like a fruity, suedey, warm, you know, just like a warm blanket type smell, like a warm, furry, fuzzy blanket. But as we all know, all perfumers do not list every single note in their fragrances. Now, the oud fragrance, and we're going to be talking about, this is The Chronic by the House of Byron. To me, this fragrance gives me, you know, like a sweet suede smell, a sweet suedey ambery smell, but it doesn't have any notes that are listed that are like that. So the old fragrance, though, I think the Chronic did have a leather note in it. So who's to say Byron didn't sneak a leather note in this one and did not, you know, put it on their website or on Fragrantica for that matter. Actually, I don't think this one's on Fragrantica, but you can check the website and they'll give you the notes from the website as well. So in Byron, and this is the Chronic. This is actually the Chronic Rouge Extreme. Very luxurious, sophisticated, sultry, sweet fragrance. In here, you will be surprised. There's whipped cream, there's melon, there's pear in here. There's raspberry, there's cinnamon, there's amber. And I think the amber on top of the spicy notes and the cinnamon and, you know, a little bit of the fruity notes gives it that little fruity, suedey, like warm blanket smell. There's also white musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. The Chronic is amazing. You know, the longevity for me is about 6 to 8 hours, depending on how you spray. In the opening, you do get a sweet whipped cream note, but it does dry down and you get that patchouli, the white musk, you get the amber, and you get all the fruity notes on top of that. In the opening, you definitely get the raspberry and the pear, but that dries down after about 30 minutes and it gives you a really creamy, smooth, you know, ambery fragrance. This is a beautiful fragrance, y'all. So get a sample, get your nose on it, and this is the Chronic Rouge Extreme. It's hard to see the name. There we go. By the House of Byron. Definitely an amazing scent for the fall, the autumn fall. The next, we have one that actually also mimics the note of suede. This is a masterpiece amber fragrance, y'all. And this is Rosindo Mateau 5. There is no suede in here. That is listed. There is no leather in here, and there is no tobacco in here. But let me tell you, these notes in here combined mimics like not really a leathery scent, but a very suede, creamy, smooth, ambery scent. And it's probably the amber, I'm sure. So in Rosindo Mateau number 5, like I said, this is amber done right. Rosindo Mateau knows how to do amber, just like Narciso Rodriguez knows how to do musk. They have amazing amber fragrances, y'all. So in the notes, you have, let's see, there's some exotic florals. It doesn't state which florals. It's a spicy fragrance. There's some spicy notes in here as well. It doesn't state which ones, but you have your carnation, you have your lily of the valley, which men are supposed to be most attracted to. You have your amber, you have vanilla and musk. Yeah, for me, This, like I said, this is a beautiful, this is probably the most beautiful amber, the beautifulest, okay? The most beautiful amber fragrance I have in my collection. It is absolutely a masterpiece amber fragrance, and you definitely get that musky, vanilla, slightly woody smell, but to me, it smells like there's some like, you know those big watery strawberries that you buy, not the regular strawberries, but they do have like the huge ones, the ones that you dip in chocolate. They're actually called watery strawberries. That's what this is giving me. It's giving me like that watery, fruity strawberry vibe with some suede, you know. The notes, it doesn't list in, it says exotic florals, but it doesn't say anything about fruity notes. But I'm definitely getting a strawberry, ambery, suede scent from Rosindo Mateau number 5. Masterpiece fragrance, y'all. Get your nose on it. Definitely amazing. I've worn this a couple times, you know, over the summer, like summer nights, throughout the spring, but I'm definitely going to be rocking this fragrance, y'all, this autumn, fall, winter. It's going to be in heavy rotation. It's a very beautiful, like, it's a luxurious, that fragrance, number 5, reeks luxury, y'all. Delicious. So the next one we're going to get into is, and I think this is the one that actually does not have leather or suede or any of the things that we're going to be talking about today in the fragrance, but the saffron in here gives us a leathery, like a leathery, rosy, smoky vibe. And this is Initio's Oud for Greatness. Oud for Greatness is a beautiful fragrance. Some people say it mimics Baccarat Rouge 540. And I could see that a bit in the opening. You know, it's a masterpiece fragrance. Because of the saffron in here, it does give it a slight dark leathery vibe, y'all. In Oud for Greatness, you have your saffron, you have some spicy notes. It's not too, it's slightly warm spicy, but the saffron is not giving spicy in this. It's definitely giving leather. You have your nutmeg, you get some good lavender in here. You get some oud, patchouli, and musk. This is a beautiful fragrance, and you know, I absolutely love it. Everybody knows about this, and this is Initio's Oud for Greatness. Long lasting. This is a beast mode fragrance. Do not overspray this fragrance. Maybe 3 to 4 sprays max. 2 on the skin and 2 on clothes. Maybe just even 3, y'all. And then that will last you an entire 8 hours, maybe even longer on the clothes. You know, I haven't worn this very much. You know, I've had it for probably about 8 or 9 months, but I'm definitely going to be rocking this, especially when it starts to rain, more in like the cooler fall nights and the winter. Yeah, I make up my own words as I go, right? I've been making up a lot of words lately, especially when it comes to like these fragrances. So the next one we have that it gives you the same vibes as Oud for Greatness. It also gives you the same vibes as Baccarat Rouge 540. You know, that saffron, that leathery scent is Instant Crush. There's no oud in here. There's nothing of the sort in here. You know, but it definitely gives you tons and tons. Let me see if I even wrote this down. Probably not. But it definitely gives you a ton of, you know, leathery, saffrony, smoky, sweet vibes. Absolutely love this stuff. If you don't have the coins for Baccarat Rouge 540, this is supposed to be a very similar dupe for that. And to me, Baccarat Rouge 540, Instant Crush, Oud for Greatness, they all smell very similar, y'all. So, I don't know if you even need all 3, but this is so long lasting. When I tell you, I sprayed this on my clothes and it lasted for about 3 days. And it was pretty heavy. I, you know, picked my laundry up and I got a whiff of Instant Crush again. This lasts for a good 12 hours. Do not overspray Instant Crush. The oil concentration in here is very great. So watch what you wear when you spray it on your clothes. I think this is the older formulation because I have the Actually, no, this is a newer formulation with the magnetic top. I think the older bottles, I don't know about the formulation, but the bottles have the screw on top. You know, very beautiful fragrance, but this definitely gives you a leathery, suede smell, you know, but like I said, it's the saffron, y'all, all right? So next we have one with actually, it has, we're going to talk about tobacco now. So this one is Velvet Tonka. Velvet Tonka by BDK. Now, this does not have a heavy tobacco note inside, but it does have a tobacco note in the heart, you know. This is a beautiful fragrance. I really do wish it lasted longer. I blind bought this. I was excited, you know, and then I thought it was going to be this gourmand beast of an orange blossom scent, and it absolutely was not, y'all. But like I said, I'll overspray it, and I get, even when I overspray, I get no more than 6 hours out of this fragrance. In Velvet Tonka, you have your almond, you have your orange blossom, you have your tobacco, like I said, in the heart. You have rose oil tonka bean. You have amberwood, bourbon vanilla. You have ambergris. Ambergris gives you like a woody scent, more of like a sandalwood smell, and when you put it inside of a fragrance. So anyway, such a beautiful fragrance. You know, like I said, it still gives me that, this, even with tobacco leaf in it, it still gives me that ambery, suedey leather scent, y'all. It's a beautiful fragrance, so get your nose on it, all right? Beautiful, y'all. BDK Velvet Tonka. I'm pretty sure you can find this on sale or 30% off at soavant.guard right now. I initially purchased this from the website because I was like way too excited to receive it, y'all. So this is BDK Velvet Tonka tobacco, but it still smells a little suedey, you know, with a slight, like a soft, you know, lambskin, y'all. Beautiful fragrance. You get that orange blossom and the almond, but it's more in the opening, you know. But for the most part, you get the tonka bean, you get some vanilla, but and the almond, you know. That's what the gist of the fragrance is, y'all. So the next one we have, we're gonna talk about leather. This is a very beautiful leather fragrance. It's so funny because a lot of these fragrances mimic, what do you call it? I don't want to keep saying Baccarat Rouge 540. A lot of fragrances mimic 540, and a lot of people have stated that. So this is Spirito Fiorentino by the house of Tiziana Terenzi. This is an amazing leather fragrance. You know, y'all, all of these fragrances smell very similar. Ooh, I almost dropped the top and I almost broke my toe. So anyway, these tops are heavy, okay? Do not let this top fall on your toe. Good thing I have good reflexes, and you have to press this top down very, very hard in order to snap it on. So this smells like this, and this also, you know, smells like this. So they all kind of smell similar. But in this fragrance by the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and I think it's all the saffron that's inside, you know, in here. And the saffron is in the top notes of all of these fragrances. So in here you have your saffron, jasmine, lily, you have some orange, lily of the valley, you have Ylang-Ylang, you have magnolia, you have leather, you have some precious woods. But this is an amazing fragrance. You know, out of the three, which one would I buy? I think I would probably purchase, if I had to choose, I would probably purchase Oud for Greatness, and then this one, and then Instant Crush. But, you know, it's pretty much giving you Baccarat Rouge 540 on top of that oudy, leathery, you know, suedey, smooth, silky, you know, not creamy, but really smooth smell, you know. But yeah, absolutely love this fragrance, and this is Spirito Fiorentino. I was calling this Spirito Fiorentino for a long time, thinking that the I was an L, but it's Fiorentino. Okay, so anyway, we have a newbie to the bunch, and this is Amber Musk. Look at that bottle. Let's just admire this stunning bottle. isn't this bottle gorgeous? This is what attracted me to the fragrance too. And then I heard it had an amazing note of orange blossom as well, y'all. And this is Narciso Rodriguez, and this is Amber Musk. So in Amber Musk, this is a really good fragrance. This is definitely not a safe. None of these today, I would say, are a safe blind. Maybe one, maybe two. I would say the Chronic would be a safe blind buy. And I would say BDK Velvet Tonka would be a safe blind buy because they're pretty soft. But in performance, they are heavy hitters and beast mode. They last a long time. But they're very soft fragrances, not too like projecting and in your face. Sits closer to the skin, but it gives off an amazing sillage as well. So in Amber Musk, I forgot what I was talking about for a moment. This is a very, very pretty fragrance. But like I said, not a safe blind buy. In here, you definitely have musk. Like I said, Narciso Rodriguez definitely knows how to do musk. You have your orange blossom. You have some patchouli. You have some oud, leather, amber, and incense. This is definitely a pretty ambery fragrance. You know, this opens up. It smells like this all the way through, but it opens up with an amazing orange blossom note, y'all. Orange blossom, amber, and you get this really sweet note. And I think it's the amber and the mixture of the orange blossom, and it smells like honey a little bit. So you got your honey, which is not listed, but it smells like honey. It doesn't really smell like vanilla, y'all, but there is vanilla in here. But in the opening, I think there's a honey note. You get that really rich amber, the sweet, really rich amber. You get the incense and the dry down. You get a little patchouli. It's not patchouli heavy. It's a very warm fragrance, but the amber in here and the orange blossom is stunning. The orange blossom stays through the life of the fragrance, but you do get the leather in here as well. It's very soft. It's very tolerable, and I like it. I'm not a heavy leather fragrance girl. My taste has changed, but I still can't do heavy leather. I can't do heavy tobacco or heavy oud. So all of these fragrances today are pretty light on every single one of those notes. So that's why they are still here with me. If not, yeah, I can't take it. Anyway, Narciso Rodriguez, and this is Amber Musk, a beautiful fragrance of orange blossom and amber. Like I said, it smells like honey, but it's not listed. And there's that leather note in here as well. Beautiful, y'all. Definitely going to be rocking this fall, winter. So the next one we have is no other than Fab Delicious. Everybody knows Fab Delicious. I've worn this maybe twice this year so far, but I can't wait to really, really wear this within the next, we have about 3 more months in the rest of the year, or 4. 3 more months, okay? We have 3 more months. So in your amazing Fab Delicious, you have you have a lot of stuff in here. You have some caramel. You have your beautiful notes of patchouli. What else do you have in Fab? You have some mint, which I really don't get. Fab Delicious is a very particular fragrance. Initially, I did not really care too much for this fragrance, and it definitely had to grow on me. You have your lavender in here as well, bergamot, sour cherry, jasmine. You have some freesia, tonka bean, leather, and musk. You have, like I said, your, sorry, I said patchouli, but I was wrong. You have your praline, you have your sandalwood caramel, and you have some seda, like Priscilla says, or cedar. A beautiful fragrance, but like I said, this is definitely not a safe blind buy. It's very particular, but I will be rocking this, and I do absolutely love this fragrance now because it is a different smelling fragrance. Nothing that I have smells like my Fab Delicious, and I absolutely love this. This is by Christian Dior. It's beautiful, y'all. It's very unique and beautiful. Very different. It's an acquired fragrance taste, okay? So the next we're going to start talking about the notes of tobacco. So this was, I think, This was my very first tobacco fragrance, and I was a bit scared to buy this, y'all, before I actually purchased it, but people raved about this so much, and I did not smell it before I bought it, but I trusted everybody's nose. You know, this is the amazing Initio Side Effect. Stunning, stunning bottles. My very first fragrance by the House of Initio was Rehab, you know, because I love that lavender inside. But this was my very first tobacco fragrance. So in Side Effect, it's pretty basic, y'all. It smells complex, but it's amazing. You have your rum, you have vanilla, you have some tobacco, and you have some cinnamon. That's pretty much the gist of what they're stating that is in this fragrance. But it's beautiful. To me, it's very boozy. It's very wet, leafy tobacco, like cigar rolling, you know, type tobacco. You know, you definitely get that vanilla, the spicy cinnamon. It's warm, spicy, it's creamy, it's smooth. You know, it's sexy, like all of that. So get your nose on, not Christian Dior, get your nose on Initio's Side Effect, y'all. Beautiful fragrance. Absolutely love it. So next we have our baby, and this is a newbie to the bunch, and everybody go watch my review, okay, if you are interested in the House of Kayali. And this is invite only. I had to shine that bottle up for you all. This is invite only, y'all. Invite only is a beautiful fragrance, and I absolutely love it. I do have to overspray. I have another fragrance that I'm going to be talking about soon in my fragrance haul that is very similar to Invite Only, and I've combined the two and worn the two together, and it was stunning, like absolutely stunning, because that fragrance gave me more of a cherry note to it. A black cherry note. It was delicious. So anyway, in this fragrance, Invite Only, this is Amber 23. You definitely get a beautiful note of amber, okay? You also get some cherry, tobacco leaf. You get some honey, chocolate, cinnamon. You get some amber, vanilla, oud, and sandalwood. And there's a couple other notes in here, like rose, but I don't get any of the rose at all. And I've worn this at least like 4 to 5 times. But definitely do not get the rose. Like I said, to me, when I was over in Cuba, this smells like the tobacco farm that I went to that had a tobacco leaf house. Like the whole entire house was made of tobacco leaf, and they dried all these tobacco leaves inside. Actually, maybe I'll post that picture when I post the video. They had all of these tobacco leaves inside. We rolled like cigars, and guess what? I dipped the cigar in the honey. Over in Cuba, when you really smoke cigars, you're actually supposed to have it with I think he said a glass of rum, like Cuban rum, and then, which we had, and then we rolled our cigars. We hand rolled our fresh cigars from the tobacco leaf, and I actually thought cigars had something inside, but it's just the leaf, y'all, that you're smoking. So go figure. I mean, traveling educates you so much to the different things in life, because I would have never smoked cigar here. I said the only place, because I'm not a smoker and I really don't believe in smoking. I don't want to mess my lungs up, none of that. So I said the only place that I will smoke a cigar is in Cuba. So when I went to Cuba, I rolled my own cigar. I dipped it in honey. That's what they do over there. That's why I said this reminds me so much of the cigar that I rolled over there. I dipped it in honey, and then you smoke it after you dip it in the honey. So it gives you this like sweet honey tobacco taste. Y'all, it's just the best thing. That was the very first cigarette and the last, not cigarette, the very first cigar and the last cigar that I will ever smoke in life. Okay, pretty much, y'all. So I just wanted to have that one-time experience and to do it with a fresh Cuban grown cigar. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. So anyway, that is what Kayali Invite Only gives me, is a fresh Cuban cigar dipped in honey, y'all. Such an amazing experience. So beautiful. Get your nose on it. It's spicy. You know, you got that warm spiciness, you know, that sweetness. You get a little bit of the cherry, but not so much. I really get a lot of honey, tobacco, cinnamon. You know, you get your vanilla, sandalwood, you know, all of that. Such a beautiful fragrance. So anyway, the next one, I'm going to stop running my mouth so much. So the next one, so the next one you have, let's talk about Silky Woods. All right, so in Silky Woods, and did I write down the notes for Silky Woods? Yes, I did, y'all. So I remember some of the notes, but y'all, it's a lot of notes to remember, okay? So in Silky Woods, you have your cinnamon. The bottle's a little shady. You have your cinnamon, you have your saffron. I almost broke it, y'all. So this to me, okay, let me tell you. You have your cinnamon, you have your saffron, you have your suede, you have some oud, you have some tobacco leaf, Tahitian vanilla, you have Ylang-Ylang, jasmine, and you have some sandalwood. This is a pretty fragrance. This does not give me a whole lot. It's pretty linear, y'all. But you definitely get that suede in here. You get a sweet vanilla suede. The vanilla, people rave about the vanilla that they smell in here. I don't get it, y'all. I do get a vanilla scent, but this is not the best vanilla that I have smelled in my life. You know, like I said in the other video, this might be the best vanilla for a man. But ladies, y'all already know, aside from Initio's fragrances, because sometimes they can be heavy on the vanilla, the more masculine ones. But really, ladies, we love a good vanilla. We love a rich, super sweet, you know, very sexy vanilla. This gives me like half of that, y'all. So it's a pretty fragrance. I use this fragrance for a lot of layering, like I said, with my Tihota and with my Kayali vanilla, y'all. What else did I use this to layer? I think it was one other fragrance that I used, but I can't remember right now. But like I said, you do get that cinnamon. It's not too spicy. It's a very muted, warm, spicy fragrance, but you definitely get that tobacco. To me, this leans a little more masculine, you know, than anything. I don't know if you really love feminine fragrances, you probably will not like this fragrance. So steer clear, okay? But it's pretty, you know. Like I said, it's definitely good for, you know, I blind bought it, so, you know, my bad. So it's definitely good for the fall, winter, and you can use it with a lot of layering of your other sweeter fragrance. It'll just give it a little more character. So the next one we have is Loli Bella. This is a really pretty fragrance. This has tobacco blossom, I think. No, this has tobacco leaf inside. Really, really pretty, y'all. I'm gonna spray it. You know, it's a little oudy smelling. Don't be afraid of this fragrance because it has some really beautiful notes. But this fragrance is definitely an amazing one for the fall, winter. So in here you have your coconut, you have your rose, you have some orchid, peony, you have tobacco leaf. It's a little woody from the Precious Woods. You have your incense and vanilla. This is a really pretty fragrance. It's a very sexy, a dress-up fragrance, maybe a night out. I don't know if I would consider this a date night fragrance because I don't know if your man's gonna want to smell you smelling like a little woody or leather or tobacco-y. You know, most men love sweet-smelling fragrances. They love wearing tobacco fragrances, but they don't want to smell that on their women. You know, for the most part, unless they're you know, fragrance lovers, and then they probably wouldn't mind. But the average Joe, no. You know, they don't even know what they're doing or what they're smelling half the time. So anyway, this is Loli Bella. That coconutty, you know, tobacco leaf scent is amazing in here with the vanilla, a little incensey, you know, spicy, not too spicy, but a little warm spicy. But all of these fragrances are warm spicy to me, or warm blankets, you know, smelling. But this is Loli Bella, and this is by the House of Mimo Pears. Beautiful bottle, y'all. Stunning, okay? Last but not least, because this is a 30-minute video, y'all. I think it was the Cuba trip that took me over, okay? Last but not least, this is Bouquet Ideal, and this is by my favorite house, and this is the house of Xerjoff. Absolutely love this fragrance. In here, you have your cinnamon, your spiciness again. You have your nutmeg. You have some sandalwood. You have some tobacco blossom. You have some vanilla. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This leans feminine to me. So ladies, you know, if you like tobacco and fragrances, you know, warm, spicy, this is sweet. You know, this is a good vanilla, okay, in here. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Absolutely love this. This gives me a little bit of fruitiness as well. It doesn't state it, but I'm getting like a slight berry scent from this as well in the opening, y'all. Beautiful fragrance. And it's not because the bottle is just red. But like I said, this gives me the vibes, as I'm smelling it again, this gives me the vibes of Mula Mula Rouge Extreme, you know? Definitely get that in the opening of the fragrance. Like I smell it now. I'm getting that raspberry and that oudi, suede, you know, I think Mula Mula has oud inside, Rouge Extreme. This is giving me those vibes, but it has tobacco blossom inside. That's giving me that scent. But such a beautiful fragrance. And this is Bouquet Ideal. Has nothing to do with flowers, y'all. Absolutely nothing. So don't get it twisted. You know, a beautiful fragrance. So that is my review. Thank you all for watching. All of these fragrances are going to be amazing for the fall lineup. And, you know, I'm really excited. I'm starting to wear them already. I will wear them in this 80-degree weather. And, you know, I've kind of like kicked my summer fragrances to the side. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, y'all. Have an amazing day. Go out into the world. Spread amazing sillage. Do good. Be good. You know, you guys take care of yourself. All right. Bye-bye.